Sí, ya no es nada. Ok, ok. Mm, mm. Okay, so we got Nagaraj also, Srini.
Yeah,
So,
hi Sri.
hey Nagaraj.
Sorry for like.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, just to start with today's class, so I want to give you a high level overview on what is Snowflake and how it is different from other cloud databases. So, let me share my screen. So, Snowflake, before going to Snowflake, let us understand very high level about the evolution of data warehouse. So, as we know, like the data was people maintaining using databases in 90s, and then people moved to the conventional data warehouse in 2000. The data was people only dealing with the structured data, which was from RDBMS, like Oracle SQL Server and other plot files and CSV files. And Informatica was one of the popular tool that time to maintain these enterprise level data warehouses, conventional data warehouses, and data stage, SSIS, BODS, and these particular tools also were people parallelly using for ETL processing. And the enterprise level, once the data warehouse has been built, the reporting BI tools like Crystal reports was people using, and then business objects and MicroStrategy. These tools also were very popular in the ETL space, and slowly the market started building their own enterprise level data warehouses and then using them for analysis. So this was happening in 2000s, in early 2000s, where every company was investing more for their internal products and CRM applications as a source data. And even the data type also was only structured. If you see in 2000 decade, from 2000 to 2010, the data was only structured. There was no any semi-structure or any unstructured data at all. And people are only dealing with the data in the RDBMS. And even people who knows this particular knowledge like SQL, PLSQL and TSQL were having more weightage. And if you know this particular one of the databases with some ETL tool, people use it to have a huge demand also. And what was the data loading frequency? It was only batch. There was no any live streaming like loading also people are using. And this is what the conventional data warehouse like revolution has been changed the like data world. And as soon as we move to like the 2010 decade, we got some change. So what was that change? The big data came into the market in early 2010 onwards. Slowly, the conventional data warehouse has been converted to big data warehouse and followed by big data lake because of the data volume and varieties of data and high velocity. All these like caused the companies to move to big data and use the conventional big data framework like HDFS and MapReduce. These two became popular and slowly captured the entire big data market. And HDFS was continuously doing great job, but MapReduce was having some limitations. Slowly, it got replaced by Spark, and the Spark became one of the unified framework with HDFS, and it became one of the solution for big data processing. And then slowly MapReduce has been managed. And after this particular big data, like enterprise level big data lakes have been built, on top of that data, we got some advanced BI tools like MicroStrategy, Power BI, Tableau, ClickView. These tools also became popular. So the companies started using these advanced modern BI tools to build their reports. And at the same time, the sources for this particular big data also internal products, and then CRM applications and social media. Social media became one of the source for these big data environments, like Facebook or Twitter, and people started analyzing this data also, like Twitter sentiment analysis, one of the popular application, the customer sentiment analysis, recommendation systems, and most of these sources were helping in building such kind of applications. And structured also, earlier it was only structured data. Now we got semi-structured, quasi-structured, and unstructured also. So most of the data varieties have been increased after big data came to the market. And what is the required knowledge when you want to deal with big data environment? We need to know mostly Java. And after MapReduce was demised, Spark came with Scala support, and slowly that also has been replaced by PySpark. And what is the data loading frequency after big data?
Actually, I think Spice Park means is a part of Python or
No, PySpark is a framework which is a combination of Python plus Spark.
okay.
Because the Spark environment with Python integration, now already every big
The
data
framework
environment.
is built in the Python language, not in
Yes,
Java. Like
yes, correct. Python language, correct.
big data is a framework which is built by Java language.
Yeah, but PySpark is a
PyPark,
library. PySpark is a library integrated with Python.
okay.
Spark with Python. The entire big data framework, as you are right, most of the frameworks are in Java, but the PySpark is basically designed for the Python development. You are not going to use any Java coding and all. You use entire Python coding and manage the entire Spark environment. Okay, the data loading frequency, both batch and live came into picture. For example, I want to build a fraud detection system or a money laundering detection system. These kind of applications, I cannot go and wait for a long time. Assume you have a credit card and you lost it, and someone using it, and suddenly you came to know that you lost it, and you will definitely go and reach out the bank to ask to block your card. And bank has to immediately block all the transactions on that card, and that can be done only if if you go and capture live streaming transactions data. So to build such kind of applications, we need to capture a live data also. So recommendation systems are one of the example for that. To recommend something, I need in a real time. I need real time data. Example: Amazon uses real time data to recommend a products to customers. Correct, right? If you buy any product in Amazon, you will receive recommendations, right? Before you are paying the money. So that is basically a user-based recommendation system. So this kind of application can be built only if you have big data environment built by capturing the live streaming data plus batch data both. And how the big data were batch from the batch processing to now the intelligent agents also coming now. So that if you go and see in the past, then the Hadoop, MapReduce, Hive, Uzi, these are all very popular. And slowly, what happened? The market slowly moved from this era to like AWS Cloud, and then Databricks, Snowflake, all are coming to the market. PySpark, Airflow. This is what the the present data engineering stack. And slowly, now the market is running towards agentic AI and many modern tools. And Snowflake also is moving along with all these particular features, new features. So slowly, what happening? The market is running towards the evolution is like basically going towards the tool-based environment. So a cloud-based and then tool-based environment. So because the traditional data warehouses are having so many challenges. What are the challenges? Infrastructure as a service,
Uh, Sorry, Snowflake is completely, it is a data
database,
warehouse.
cloud data warehouse.
Okay.
It is end-to-end, not only data warehouse we can call it as, it is a end-to-end product which can be used for any kind of purpose.
Okay.
Like data
So that
engineering,
analysis, data science, anything.
we can use, yeah, we can use it for data science also.
Mm.
A complete platform, we can call it as. Just like a cloud platform, I can do whatever related to data. Because the conventional data warehouse is having so many challenges. So maintenance is not easy because it is all about infrastructure as a service and limited storage capacity, right? You have some restriction on the storage side if you go to on-premise traditional data warehouse. Because every day you have to go and verify, and sometimes you need to like archive old data, and sometimes you need to add additional storage. These are all not that much easy. You need a downtime also. And high cost. More storage risk means more cost you have to bear. And processing capability also is very limited because a single core machine or a limited infrastructure will cost you very slow processing and no scalability. So scalability means what? Increase in the compute capacity. For conventional databases, this is not that much easy to increase the compute. So you should need the enough like compute, and you need to go and manage the infrastructure, and you need experience. Definitely a downtime is required. Plus database failover and replication, if you see, this is one of the biggest challenge for traditional data warehouses because the hardware failures are very common, and you need dedicated team to perform all these activities. The database file, whenever it is suddenly some database has been crashed and some disaster happened, so we should have a replication. We should have a backup database, and but this is easy in Snowflake compared to other databases. And the final one of the main important like reason why people are moving to this cloud databases also data security. So if you see most of the customer sensitive data, you cannot go and disclose with everyone. Correct, right?
Yeah.
Data will be protected because the customer will not going to be happy when you disclose their data. So they will strictly say, don't share our data with anyone, mask it. So Snowflake coming up with features such as dynamic data masking, secure data sharing. These features are making Snowflake also unique. And coming to the the challenges wise we discussed about, the company has to maintain these many frameworks if you go to big data. I'm talking about 2010. Now you can imagine how many frameworks are there in the market. More than this, right? If you go to big data, not only this, right? Now we have so many new frameworks also came, like
So
Apache.
Informatica
Uh,
is a part of, Informatica is a framework or,
it's a software, right?
yeah.
It's a ETL software. You need to buy license, and then you need to install it. If any issues will arise, you need to reach out the team to help you, and they will charge you. Informatica is a ETL like a tool or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
software.
So Snowflake, it's a built-in ETL tool. It's
Cloud ETL tool.
okay.
It's just like
So
a
so that's a
product.
if you're using the Snowflake cloud for data organizing, data warehousing, so
Correct.
no need to buy the Informatica. Correct.
Nothing is I don't need this to Informatica. I do not need any kind of software to be installed first of all.
Okay.
Snowflake is a cloud database, right? So you will just go and create an account, login, and use it. Nothing to install also. But assume that I want to build a big data environment. I need to maintain all these frameworks means it is not easy, right? I need to have a dedicated team to maintain all this. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So I need a big data team, first of all. I need a Hadoop administrator who will maintain all this. At the same time, he needs some support team also. One person cannot do all this. Correct? Correct or not?
Yes,
Uh,
I think like my understanding is a Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehousing. It can organize like what are the ETL, all services in built-in, correct?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Like AWS, all the services that, okay,
Yes,
got
in
it.
AWS we call that as a service. Here we call it has some features.
What
The
the,
only
sorry,
yeah yeah
custom?
we will just call that as a features only. AWS cloud
Okay,
feature, Snowflake cloud features.
okay.
So it also coming up with some features, and if you are using them, you have to pay only if you are using them. So why cloud computing is becoming popular? Because like Snowflake or AWS or any kind of cloud service, the reason behind that is I can access my data from anywhere using any device, anytime. I can go and access all my resources. That is the reason, right? Why cloud computing became popular. So Snowflake also the same. So cost effective. So cost effective. And then we also have like unlimited storage. So unlimited storage. And also like backup and recovery is automated. And optimize the utilization by streamlining your environment. Flexibility, easy to scale up and scale down. And then we can go and complete advantage through advanced analytics like Snowflake is already having most of the advanced AI features, ML features also. All are like like a service, use and pay, and faster deployment. So all these are making Snowflake also unique in the market. But compared to other cloud databases, why Snowflake? So Snowflake is hosted on the cloud here. The cloud data warehouse. What is a cloud data warehouse? A data warehouse that is hosted on a cloud environment. It can be any of the cloud like AWS or Azure or GCP. As of now, only these three clouds are allowed by Snowflake. So, how Snowflake is becoming the next generation of big data? So, if you want to work on Snowflake, normal, if you want to work on big data, I mean, you need to know either Java or Scala or Python. But if you want to learn Snowflake, SQL is sufficient. Nothing you require as a prerequisite. If you have a basic SQL knowledge, you can directly start using Snowflake because Snowflake is a SQL data warehouse and it is supporting. See, even big data supports structured, semi-structured, and unstructured all types of data. Even Snowflake also supporting all this now. In the initial stages, Snowflake was not able to support unstructured data. Now they are supporting even unstructured data also. And any live data streaming, we can use Kafka generally in big data. Even I have a Kafka connector in Snowflake also. So I can process live streaming data even in Snowflake. And coming to product stability, big data ecosystem is fragile. It will be keep on changing. But in case of Snowflake, everything is integrated in a single product. It is a Snowflake is a SaaS product. No patching, upgrading, provisioning, nothing is required. Everything is seamless, and the Snowflake team will take care of how to maintain the product in their background. And but in case of big data, you need to take care of everything. Your team is responsible for maintaining the product. And performance optimization in big data, you need manual intervention and optimize the environment with respect to memory, storage, everything. But in case of Snowflake, everything is inbuilt. No manual intervention required for optimizing the environment. In most of the cases, it will be maintained by Snowflake itself. Snowflake will take care of most of the optimization from like Snowflake team itself. And what is the like features for data transformations in big data side? You need to write your own script, PySpark scripts. But Snowflake side, you have GUI tools which are already available in the market. Like we have like DBT, we have IACS, we have Matillion, we have Stream Sets, and we have like Python, Colis ETL. Many new tools coming. Modern ETL tools are coming. Cloud ETL tools. They all got developed keeping Snowflake in mind. I can easily maintain all my transformations directly in these tools by connecting to Snowflake data. And what is the supported size? Both big data and Snowflake both will support unlimited data. And then coming to resource availability, the big data side, it is not easy to find out people who knows these many frameworks. Very difficult to like find out and difficult to train also. But in case of Snowflake, it is very easy to find and easy to train because we can easily go and upgrade any person who knows SQL. They can easily migrate to Snowflake as a Snowflake developer. And coming to Snowflake, why it is becoming popular compared to other cloud traditional databases is, first of all, Snowflake is a cloud data warehouse where storage, compute are decoupled. So decoupled means the data is unified in one location and storage is separate and compute is separate. But coming to traditional data warehouse, storage is and compute are coupled. If you go to Oracle or SQL Server or any kind of on-premise databases or even cloud side also, all these are combined. So to increase the size of the database, I need to stop the compute. Or to increase the compute capacity, I need to stop the database so that a downtime is required. But in case of Snowflake, since it is a modern data warehouse, which it does not require any downtime. Plus instant elasticity and instant performance optimization we can do. As it separates the compute and storage, plus also performs auto scaling. So auto scaling is done by Snowflake without we inform it. And near zero maintenance. So all the entire tool is managed by Snowflake team. No performance tuning and no software need to be installed, and no need to update anything from our side. All product maintenance will be taken care by Snowflake team from the background. And pay as you go. So everybody is looking for pay as you go nowadays because nobody is ready for upfront expenses, advance payment. Everybody wants to use and pay. So that is why Snowflake is very popular. And coming to other competitors which are available for Snowflake is Amazon Redshift is also one competitor. Google BigQuery also one competitor. And all these comparatively, if we compare with other cloud databases, Snowflake is a leader now because of the flexibility, because of the accessibility and the cost savings and the pricing options, many reasons. And the like traditional data warehouse, and then like these cloud databases, these are the main differences. And why
So
Snowflake?
Databricks is also part of similar to Snowflake.
Yeah, Databricks
Databricks.
also a platform similar to Snowflake, but Databricks is a PySpark oriented platform,
Mm.
and Snowflake is a SQL based platform.
Okay.
Everything is a SQL here in Snowflake environment, but everything is a PySpark like code in Databricks, because the entire Databricks environment was built using Spark. So PySpark is integrated already. Okay,
Okay.
now coming to Snowflake. Why Snowflake? Because Snowflake is very simple, serverless, and plug and play. And then scalability side, it can scale up to any amount of data, any number of users, any amount of workload. And size, you need to go and need to use the right size. Snowflake is going to provide or offer the customers to build a feature called virtual warehouses. A virtual warehouse is not like a data warehouse, it is a group of clusters. And again, each cluster is a group of machines. So, Snowflake offers to create its compute of resources by using virtual warehouses. These virtual warehouses will come up with different sizes, like our t-shirt size, like X small, medium, large. So I can select my virtual warehouse size according to my query complexity. If my query is very complex, then we'll go with a bigger size. If my query is very simple, I'll go with a smaller size. And the size can be increased and decreased anytime. So the benefit with Snowflake is I can even increase or decrease my warehouse size, virtual warehouse size, even my queries are running. And then flexible cost, pay for what you are using, not going, do not need to pay anything extra. And one place for all your data centralized on one location. This is also making Snowflake the people, why Snowflake, people are moving to Snowflake. And coming to like the Snowflake architecture is coming up with three layers. What are they? The first topmost layer is cloud services layer, which is we can call it as the brain of Snowflake. So it is going to allow the users to log in using authentication and security maintenance and metadata management, infrastructure management, and query optimization, and sharing and collaboration. All are maintained by maintained in the cloud services layer, the topmost layer. And once you log in using this cloud services layer, and once you log in inside, then we'll move to the query processing layer. This is where your actual development will be done. And every developer will log in and use this layer to run their SQL queries. And this layer will contain the virtual warehouses with the small, X small, medium, large, different sizes here. And a virtual warehouse is a group of clusters, and this will be going to be utilized when you are running your SQL queries. Without a virtual warehouse, you cannot run any SQL statement in Snowflake, because Snowflake will charge you per second billing for what resources you are going to use. And Snowflake can auto suspend and auto resume your virtual warehouses for cost efficiency automatically. And it allows a instant elasticity also. Scale up and scale out your warehouses and resize the cluster instantly without any downtime. And supports multi-cloud and cross-cloud. Like I can host Snowflake on any cloud, either AWS or GCP or Azure. So that is one of the key benefit. And Snowflake also coming up with features like secure data sharing, and which is basically to share live data across different regions and clouds without copying, and no ETL is required also. And apart from this, zero management and fully managed service, and the time travel and fail safe. This is one of the unique feature available in Snowflake. So this feature will allow or query historical data and recover from accidental changes happened. And the data protection also is built in. So all these are making Snowflake like one of the unique cloud data warehouse and leader in the cloud data warehouse like projects. And coming to like fully, if I talk about Snowflake, compare with, for example, tools like Netflix, you can see the fully managed service with no servers to maintain, and it is a SaaS platform, software as a service. Simply log in with, create an account, log in with your username and password, and start using it. How you use a network software, a Netflix application? Just you go and log in with your by creating an account and you start using it. We don't, if I'm using Netflix, I will not worry about how it is maintained, right? And we are not going to maintain also. Any cloud service you see, it will follow the same approach. You just like a subscription, log in and use it. So similar way, you will take a Snowflake subscription and log in and use it. So it's just like a
Any
cloud.
practice any uh, trial version is there,
Yes,
like
yes,
AWS?
I'm coming to that.
Uh,
So we have a trial version. We have two different types of versions are there. One default version is a 30 days version. If you go to Snowflake environment, how to go and access is go to Google, and here search for Snowflake free trial, and you will see a Snowflake trial here. Click this and you will move to the sign up page. Can you see this? Srini, hope you are able to see.
Yes,
And Rajini,
yes,
hope are able to see this page.
Yes, Sri.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Srini, hello?
Shri, yes, we can able to hear you. I think Srini and Rajni is respond. They're able to see.
Okay. Sorry. I was
Yeah.
unfortunately going to mute. I hope everybody is able to see the screen, this particular page. This is the Snowflake landing page. The Snowflake to create an account will come to this location, and it is going to give you a 30 days free trial. Can you see this, everyone?
yes,
And $400 free credit. And this is basically I can right away create. I need to give my details here. So simply, and I can click on my maybe my personal learning and development you can mention. And these are all just like I can give any name, and I can use any of your Gmail. And if you click on continue, it will come to this second page, and here You can mention any details. And coming to like a Snowflake edition, I will discuss about this in detail in the upcoming classes. We have four types of editions. One is standard edition, which is very basic edition with very basic limited features. And then second one, most popular one, enterprise edition, which will come up with some better features than standard. And the third one, business critical, which is having all the enterprise features plus some extra features. And we have one more edition called virtual private edition also. That is basically we cannot register here. We need to reach out Snowflake team because that is a dedicated edition with the private servers, all this stuff. So a little bit costly also. So people go with commonly enterprise edition. So I am selecting that. And next you have to select which cloud you want to host your Snowflake. So according to the type of cloud, your the environment will be maintained. If you are using AWS, all your compute will be maintained by EC2 instances. And then your storage will be maintained in S3 bucket. All your files or data will be stored in S3 bucket, and all your compute of resources will be maintained using the AWS EC2 instances if it is AWS, if you select here. If I select the same for Azure, you will see the compute will be maintained by VM instances and storage will be as a blob storage. Same case for GCP also. So the compute instances it will use for compute, and we have Google Cloud Storage to store the data. I can select any one. I am selecting AWS for now, and then check on this checkbox. And when I click this, this will create my account. But how many days it is giving me? How many days?
For 30 days.
But what if I want to get more than this? Correct, na? What happens after 30 days is your trial period will be expired, and this $400, whatever you may have some some utilization you it will do after you use this environment. I assume you have some credits left also. It will not bother. After 30 days, whatever the credits you have, everything will be expired. This $400, if you finish in 4 days also, it will expire. Correct, no? If I finish my free credit, it will automatically expire. Or after 30 days also, it will expire. In these two scenarios, it will expire. But after 30 days, I can use the same Gmail and I can create one more account. I can create any number of accounts using the same email. Snowflake will never restrict you. Is it clear, all of you? So one email, you can create any number of accounts. So first thing you have to remember that.
So to connect any environment,
Mm.
I think you have to pass the credentials. But
Correct.
however,
Uh,
we use only the SQL, right, in Snowflake. It's
correct,
not
correct,
really.
correct. All SQL we can write in Python also. But to connect to this environment I'm talking about is this is a 30-day free trial. But after 30 days, use you have to upgrade this account, or either you need to create a new account again,
Oh, okay, okay.
because they will block your account, right? So after 30 days, what happens? Automatically your account will be blocked and they will ask you to upgrade. So every month you have to create new account, correct or not?
Mm-hmm.
But that is a little bit tricky and challenging, right? What if I want to go with a 120 days account? There is one more option. A 4 months account also you can create. But as of now, it is showing me 30 days. If I use a student option, there is a student account also. See, This is 120 days. Like 4 months, you can use the same features. Same $400 free credit, 120 days free. This is better, right? Compared to 30 days.
Yes.
I do not need to create every month, no? Up to 4 months,
Sri, we
I can.
don't need
Uh,
so we don't need access to the cloud environments, or just you use the login
no, we
for
will create.
Snowflake?
Yeah, we just create an account and log in.
Okay.
We are not going to install anything. We are not going to install any software, hardware, anything.
So
No,
that
no. What I'm
SaaS is called software as service.
Exactly. That's what, right? What Gmail it is.
no,
Gmail also
no.
same,
What
right?
I meant is,
Ah,
Sri. What I
ah.
meant is like we are opting for the platform, right? So whether I want Azure, whether I want
That will
AWS and
be
stuff like that.
that
So
we are selecting already, right? When you are giving the
yes,
details here.
my question is,
Ah,
so we don't need the access to those environments. We
nothing.
just need the
No,
Snowflake access, right?
no.
So backend it will create there, but we don't use those environments to log into the Snowflake, correct?
Correct, correct. We do not need to like maintain all these. Snowflake will maintain them. That is their headache. We
Okay.
just create a Snowflake account and log in and use it. And we will pay to Snowflake only.
So there are two ways, right? So what I
Uh,
understand by
uh,
this is like, if
uh,
I want other services, take for example, so I'm creating this Snowflake on AWS.
uh-huh,
I want some other services there on AWS, then
uh-huh.
definitely I need to have an access to AWS
Correct,
and then
correct,
connect from there, right?
correct. But your AWS is different. Snowflake maintaining AWS is different. Both are not linked.
So we can go the other way also, right? AWS, log into the AWS and then create a Snowflake there.
No, no. Snowflake will not give you any control.
Okay,
Snowflake only allow you to create an account and log in and use it. How they are maintaining all this in the background is also not transparent.
all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything is under their control. You just need to create an account. Through Snowflake account only you can access the data and maintain it. And if at
got
all
it.
you want to
So
leverage as a end-to-end storage, you can use your AWS account, S3 bucket.
yeah, so I mean, where I'm coming from is like if I want to install MySQL, take for example,
Uh-huh.
so on Azure, so I create an MySQL there and
Correct,
use other service in combination with that,
correct,
right? So we
correct,
still have to do it that way.
correct. Agree.
So
But here
Snowflake will not
it is
give.
not possible. But they
Okay.
came up with a recently a Postgres SQL service inside. I can
Mhm.
create a Postgres SQL service inside. I can use similar to that.
Correct, but that's not Snowflake, correct?
No, no, that is a Postgres the database service I can create. I can easily
Mhm.
migrate from Postgres to Snowflake using that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
got it.
inside Snowflake. Yeah. So if at all I want to create, simply click on continue and select the details here, and then I'll select enterprise. I am selecting AWS for now, and then I'm selecting this checkbox and simply get started. And it will show you some features, skip them. That's it. Your account is ready. They will send an email to activate and go to that particular. See, they sent an email to my Gmail and I'll go there. So I'll receive an email. So I'll go to my this Gmail and here you will see activate your Snowflake account. You can see that you will receive this email from your side. You also will receive an email and you will get a unique URL like this. This will become your Snowflake account identifier. You will receive your own other unique identifier and you need to keep this URL handy. So going forward, you use this URL to log in every time. Add to your favorites up to 4 months. To activate the account, click on this account. Click to activate, and it will go and allow you. So go and use whatever the default username and password. So you can mention here. I'll give my default username and password here. Just log in. Your account is ready. It won't take much time also. So this is called Snowflake web interface, and where it will give you 190 days. You can see here. If you go out 30 days, you will see 29 days only here. Is it clear?
Yes.
So this account you have to create. So what I want you to do today is I will share a document on how to create this account. Just follow the document and create this account and just log in and see this interface and what are the different tabs here. And I'll explain about each tab tomorrow. I mean the next class, I mean Monday. Is it clear? Srini?
Yes, Sri. Yeah, Sri, can you share the course curriculum?
I will share you. I will share you.
Sure.
I
And
will
also
share
we
it.
have another session, right? So we are continuing on this
Yeah,
bridge.
we'll
Uh,
disconnect and connect again.
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay then.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Tracy.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Ank. Yeah, we'll connect on Monday same time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Lakshmi, who you just joined, Lakshmi.